go back to this group here, the King of Swords energy. Whatever you want to work on here with the Page of Pentacles that you are inspired to do with the Page of Wands, that you have studied here with the Page of Swords. Page of Swords here and then the King of Swords dynamic. It seems like this is something that you have learned, something you have studied, that you're kind of good at, that you're just learning how to work with. Could be a new hobby or skill. And you're building something with it. And for those of you in that situation who are choosing to focus on what you can create instead of what you're leaving behind, you're going to become very successful at it. It's going to bring you a lot of wealth, prosperity, or sustainability. It's going to bring you some healing with the Four of Swords. Interesting. I'm getting a side message now about a Queen of Cups in reverse and Ten of Cups in reverse. It has to do with this group. I feel like it's a distraction for some of you. I don't know what that means, but for some of you, you feel like this is a distraction, or it is, or you're focusing on it instead of what you're building here, and it could become a block. Yeah, Three of Pentacles in reverse. It's making it hard for you to focus or continue the work. What advice do you have here, Spirit, for this group? Two of Swords in reverse. Put down your block so you can make a decision. The Empress in reverse. Perhaps it's how you're perceiving this energy. Maybe you're perceiving them as a false Empress and it's creating an unnecessary block. Maybe it's somebody you work with for some of you. It's possible somebody was very emotionally manipulative, offered you the world, turned out not to be everything you wanted, or you had something with this person. So for some of you who are thinking about a person from the past, if this is resonating with you at this exact moment, this message is for you, because this is a side message. If you're thinking about a water sign specifically from the past, this is not the way. For others of you, you have a skewed perspective of this person. What does this have to do with anything, Spirit? The Lovers. Interesting. It's about choices. This is about union. Yet again, we were talking about the Lovers before. Very side message. Some of you are in a third-party relationship. For those of you that are thinking about going back to it, or you're thinking about leaving one situation and then going into this one from the past, you think it'll give you a sense of union. What does Spirit have to say? But don't do it. Don't do it. I mean, there's all kinds of reasons that I as a human could judge that, but that's not what... It's a Knight of Wands in reverse. Do you not remember in the last reading? Sorry, that was condescending. I didn't mean it that way, but I always am accountable. Apologies. I try to be a bitch in the right way. You know what I mean? So, anyways, Knight of Wands was in reverse earlier, so this particular group right here is connected to the first group. Okay, so I knew that it's possible that this energy would reconnect, and for some parts of the collective it does. Which means that whoever from the first reading, and if this is, if you're checking out the shorter form version of this, go back and check out the other parts of this long form reading in the other videos when I publish. You'll know what I'm talking about. They're all found in the playlist. But yeah, some of you who represent the Queen of Cups, I'm sorry, not the Queen of Cups, that represent, maybe some of you are a Queen of Cups. I was just picking up. Queen of Wands, teetering on to Empress. The one that was thinking of going back to this Knight of Wands in secret, you're still thinking about it. You're still getting distracted from these things you're building. For some of you, very select few of you, you're just ending a union. You're considering ending a union, or you're considering entering a karmic cycle again with this person from the past. Now I'm picking up another message for a side group here. You are the Queen of Cups. Because I did pick up on a Queen of Cups energy earlier when I meant to speak on the Queen of Wands. Interesting. This is connecting to the Queen of Wands, Empress energy. 1 second while I figure out what Spirit's trying to tell me here. So there's somebody in this group that is posing as a Queen of Wands or Empress, but they're actually a Queen of Cups in reverse and an Empress in reverse. So that's a side message for somebody. Temperance, balance, 5 of Cups. Yeah. Somebody who's in deep regret, remorse. It's possible. How does this connect, Spirit? 8 of Swords. Okay, I don't typically go into karmic energies. No offense to this Queen of Cups in reverse, but I don't appreciate you barging in on this reading because that's what's happening here. I was getting to somewhere important, and that's probably why this energy took over. But somebody from the past here, who's actually a Knight of Wands, but this is going to get really complicated. Someone likes to manipulate energy. We're just going to say that, and that could be tied to the Magician over here. So whoever identifies as the King of Swords, this energy is still in your energy, and they're trying to do works on you. You're tempted by them because they do actually represent the Knight of Wands in reverse, but they're cloaking as a Queen of Wands or an Empress. They're actually a Queen of Cups in reverse and an Empress in reverse. Okay? So they're trying to knock you out of your balance because they see that you are possibly entering a new union, something that's going to bring you a lot of peace, something that's highly spiritual, guarded, protected, and under divine timing. So there's someone, if you are the King of Swords I'm picking up specifically, there's somebody from your past that you have considered going back to that is trying to cloak themselves in your energy and emotionally manipulate. For some of you, this is a small amount of you, and I hate saying this because of already how much shade witches get, but somebody is trying to work magic on you, trying to either emotionally manipulate you or use spellcraft in a negative way. Now listen, I want y'all to know that most people who do this kind of stuff from an emotionally mature or broken place aren't actually practitioners. And I'm really tired of practitioners who work in the light, who keep a balance, who work with the divine, being lumped in with people who aren't actually practitioners of the craft, don't actually understand universal law or energies or how to have an ethical foundation in your craft. It's often people who are trying to hire other practitioners who don't work in the light, and that's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but I have my own opinion. but I'm not here to put judgment on those people. I'm looking at the people who are hiring practitioners who work in the dark to affect other people. Anything that is taking consent away from any people, I don't care if it's for love, if it's for money, if it's for vengeance, it doesn't matter. If you're trying to take away someone's consent, it's not okay. My last tarot quest, I think one of the videos I did goes into this topic a lot more. So you may want to check out the week before's message, which was the summer solstice reading. And I think it was for specifically people who are pagan practitioners. So I'm going to continue to break stigmas around the craft and what witches are, because most witches have nothing to do with the devil. The devil is a Christian construct, and I am an animist pagan. So I mean, I believe in the validity of all faiths and all practices. It just depends on your culture and what your soul is supposed to experience in this life. I believe it's all one universal source, many different aspects. Okay? It gets really convoluted and confusing if I go past that. But I just want to say that it is possible to be more than one thing. Okay? Stereotypes, stigmas, they're based usually on public opinion. Okay? And public opinion is formed typically through events or stories. In some cases, gaslighting. Most witches I know do not take the time to focus on other people. They use energy, they use tools to bring about positive change in their own life without dabbling with other people's lives. That's the first thing you learn with the craft, is you don't cause harm against other people. And if you do, you accept the karmic consequences for that in this lifetime or the next. I don't know about y'all, but I worked really hard to clear my karma. You think I'm going to muck it up by going and hexing people? Hell no. Talk about devil. The temptation to do those things is devil-like mind, okay? And most people who do that are ignorant. And I mean that as in they don't know what they're doing. It's cultural appropriation when it comes down to trying to take other people's faiths and beliefs and manipulate other people with it without actually knowing the culture. So just to clear that up, I felt like somebody needed to hear it. And I don't mean to be so stern or cross, but this is something that's really got me fired up lately. It's been coming up a lot. I've been doing my own inner healing. And you know what? Here's the crazy thing, y'all. I know I'm going on a tangent. Thank you if you're still here. Drop a, I don't know, some kind of emoji in the comments. Star. Go ahead and drop a star if you get what I'm saying here. Three of Wands in reverse. It's a lack of growth, okay? We're talking about evolution. I'm not going to go off on that tangent anymore. I'm just going to leave it there. Thank you for hearing me out and my guides, because somebody needed to hear that. This is all about expansion, right? What do you want to expand into? I feel like whoever this karmic energy was really just, they got a pissy attitude, and I'm picking up on it. I'm going to ring my bell. 3, 2, 1. Alright, we're almost at 1 hour 45 minutes, so I think I am going to wrap this up. Alright, for the King of Swords, you know what is for you and what is not. 6 of Wands. Focus on your success. Focus on what you want to be publicly recognized. If you feel like, again, whatever this new passion project is, it's going to bring you a lot of success, because we had the King of Pentacles here. Don't worry about these people from the past and their efforts, as long as you are sticking to your path, this new path that you have carved out for yourself, that you have some knowledge about. It doesn't matter what they're doing. Even if you're still, if this is about a partnership, even if you're still in union with this person, just take the steps to get out. Spirit is here to guide you into calmer waters. Remember, 6 of Swords. It's going to bring you great success to focus on your path. For some of you, though, there is a union coming in. I did sense that. And this person from the past is not it, okay? We're talking, I'm feeling new energy. I feel like for the King of Swords here, and I'm not even going to talk about the Queen of Swords in reverse. I'm not even going to tap into that energy. I feel like it's kind of tied to this Queen of Cups. It's like a particular type for somebody. You know, and when you've been wounded a lot, you tend to go towards people who are going to keep wounding you until you heal, right? And there was emphasis on healing here with the Four of Swords earlier, like overcoming heartbreak, healing from it, taking time to meditate, to receive downloads, to focus on, again, the way Spirit can guide you to calmer waters is by giving you downloads, by meditating, by going inward. For some of you, you're just at the beginning of this heartbreak with the Three of Swords. What advice can we give those that are just at the beginning of this heartbreak, this ending? Wow. Ace of Wands upright. Go for what sets your soul on fire. You have a gift of a passionate new beginning. And it starts here with whatever it does make you passionate. Whatever project you started that you're new at, that you're slowly, diligently putting work towards, that you know a little bit about. This is lighting you up. And for some of you, I'm sensing it has to do with a person that is also on this path. I don't know why that's coming. But well, Ace of Wands can be a very desirable new path with somebody. Interesting. Knight of Swords in reverse. Oh, I get it. Haha, don't shoot the messenger. Okay. Some of you don't want to hear this. Yeah, Eight of Cups. You're walking away from any of that. You just don't care. You can't even focus on a new beginning. You don't want to hear it. I get it. I get it. This is what Spirit is saying, though. Okay? They obviously think that this is going to bring you a lot of happiness and joy. Otherwise, it wouldn't be coming up. And for some of you, it's like if you leave behind these karmic energies and you focus on your path, you're going to be able to get out of your head and all these toxic beliefs that these people are blocking you with. It, you know, we can integrate within ourselves when we've been around these kinds of people. And you have to do the healing work. You have to come out of the heartbreak. So obviously, y'all know, like, focus on your passion projects. Walk away from that which is no longer serving you. Also, for some of you, be careful how you're responding to these people. Because if you're still in the situation, remember that you can start reflecting the person that you're with. Okay? And I'm not saying that you're being a toxic person, but again, remember, if we're dealing with karmic partners, we're also their karmic partner, because it's about lessons, right? So the Knight of Swords in reverse is a level below the Queen of Swords in reverse. So don't be throwing out verbal low blows to retaliate against these people. That doesn't make you empowered. In fact, that's just going to create bad karma on top of their bad karma, and it's just continuing a new cycle. And you don't want to carry that into these new projects. You want this fresh energy, this hot new beginning, this new spiritual path, this new direction that you want to forge, which you're already doing here. Spirit's telling you that they are handing this to you. They are supporting you with it. And yeah, some of you, whether you want to hear it or not, there is another person involved here. There is something that is coming along with this new path, whether you're ready to see it or not. It is there. I can feel it in the energy. Can you tell me more about this, Spirit? For those that actually want to hear about this potential. Huh. Well, it's the Queen of Swords upright. Interesting. It's possible that some of you will meet somebody who might kind of remind you of your last partner, but in a positive way. Or it's somebody who has been through divorce or has been through hardships, who has had to battle, had to learn boundaries, had to put up their own swords. So in a lot of ways, it could be somebody that's a lot like you, who's been through a lot of the same things. And it doesn't have to be romantic. So if you're completely opposed to that idea, it could be a friend. It could be a new colleague that you connect with. You know, you don't know. It's for some of you. You might be considering a support group. I'm hearing from spirit, and perhaps some of you need to go to like a survivors group. You can do this online. You can do it on Zoom. I still recommend people do these things in person because there's a different energy you pick up on with one-on-one engagements, okay? So for some of you, reach out to a support group. You never know who you can meet. You can make a long-term friend, or you know, you could find that mentor. That could be the community activity we were talking about earlier that could really help you to get you out of your environment. And again, if you're wanting to leave a situation and you haven't, take the steps forward. Spirit's got your back on your new journey, okay? Take the steps. Is there anything else we need to hear about this, Spirit? The Fool, take a leap of faith. This is a brand new beginning, brand new exciting beginning. Find out what sets your soul on fire and go with that. Don't go with the things that make you angry because they upset you and put you into more karmic cycles. And I know it's easier said than done, but one foot in front of the other, yeah? Interesting. And then I pull the Hanged One or the Hanged Man. Some of you just had an epiphany. Others of you need to reflect on this for a while. Consult your guides, which is understandable. Just remember to not get stuck and unable to move in an awkward position like a long drawn out partnership that isn't for anyone's good. Okay? It's not your responsibility to clear other people's karma or to even figure out why everything went the way it is. If you want to look more into the way and why things went with a particular person, other than doing the inner work, other than having a spiritual path, I always tell people there's no shame in doing talk therapy, okay? You know, having somebody validate your experience when you've experienced this kind of wickedness with especially gaslighting can help you trust yourself, can help you forge ahead. And maybe that's also the community member, the guide, the mentor that can help you is a professional therapist, okay? And there are all kinds of options for different levels of society to do these things. There's different kinds of free programs as well, in the States at least. Sometimes it can take a while to get into the programs, so start now, not later, okay? As soon as you can. And don't focus on how long it could take. Focus on, okay, I got this set, now what am I going to do next? One thing in front of the other, like the Knight of Pentacles, okay? Judgment. Well, as you know, some of you know, I work with a lot of people through spiritual awakenings. So this is Spirit's there to guide you, but also to see what you do. Because they're offering you some new blessings. They want to give you something, but you have to make the choice to transform. Yeah, don't focus on what has not made you stable in the past, which has not given to you equally, or people who are very materialistic. We got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse here. Also, some of you may feel like you can't move forward because you don't have enough to give. And, you know, I feel like this reading is going pretty long. So I'm going to wrap this up here soon. And if you'd like a personal, you can book with me, or you can email me and ask for a pre-recorded private audio recording. And if those of you prefer video style, eventually I will be doing that again. I'm currently looking into getting a backup drive. So As soon as I can figure that out, I will be doing videos again occasionally, but I do prefer the ASMR style. So yeah, don't focus on what has destabilized you, focus on what can bring you new joy here with the Page of Cups. Some kind of creative project, some kind of like, like what is something from whoa, somebody doesn't want to talk about this. Hold on one sec. Whoa. Someone straight up wants to, wow. Sorry, one moment. Someone straight up tried to shut down my throat chakra. Some of you don't want to think about your childhood, and I understand that's probably some healing you could use. This could be part of your awakening. If you're going through a spiritual awakening, you're being faced with memories of your childhood, and that's difficult. Again, a professional can help you through that, okay? You can learn all kinds of techniques that can make your quality of life better. But yeah, I was going to say, again, transmuting painful energy or stuck energy by acting through creativity. I talk a lot about this in my community here, okay? So keep transmuting the energy. This new project. Oh, wait, and I just realized we just got, is this? Yeah, this is the final page. We have all 4 pages here. This is a brand new learning experience for some of you. It's a new start in life, and you are very much in the mode of the student, but you also have mastered some things in your life as the King of Swords. You are very strong and intelligent, and you know what is just, you know what is fair, you speak the truth. Perhaps you part of your new path is sharing your truth with others. Maybe you want to lead a group for others who have survived something that you've gone through, or you want to lead a community project. That could be this new project here that emotionally fulfills you.